Welcome to Dakaso. On this channel, we're going to be adding a new thing. We're going to be discussing the nursing career. The nursing career for those who are interested in either switching their line of career or actually beginning a new kind of career. If you've decided that you love to help people, if you know that you love to be there for people, know that you always see yourself running to help people to make sure they're healthy, they're fine, they get what they want, this may be the best career for you. And if that is your career, or if that is what you're thinking, come on and let us get right into it. I will tell you everything you need to know about getting started. So stay tuned with me. The first thing you have to know when you're choosing a career in nursing, when you want to become a nurse, is that from the get-go, you have to make up your mind that this is exactly what you want. So number one is determination. You have to be determined that you are going to get this done. You are going to get into this career and you can make it in the career. You have to tell yourself that, and you have to believe in this, because that is what is going to help you when you meet roadblocks on the way. If you're someone like me who came from the art background, who had never had any background in the science, I had background in art. If you're someone like me, then you will have to make that strong determination. I was in English, and today I'm a nurse. So if I can do it, coming from English background to becoming a nurse, if I can do it, I tell you anybody can do it. So you just have to be determined. You just have to believe that you can do it, because there are courses that you haven't taken before. Yes, we had many times we've had to take maths, we've had to take chemistry, or maybe some people have had to take chemistry and biology in the past. But if you have not had any science background, this may be something that may want to scare you a little bit. This may be something that may want to throw you off balance. But you got to tell yourself, I want to be a nurse. Nothing is going to stop me from being that nurse. You can do anything. You're going to face math, you're going to face chemistry, you're going to face biology, you're going to face anatomy and physiology, where you have to know all the parts of the body. You have to be able to mention them. You have to be able to, name them without even looking at a book. You have many things on your way that's going to discourage you. So one of the things you want to do is have a strong determination and set an anchor that no matter what happens, no matter what I face on the way, I want to be a nurse. That is my goal, and I'm going to do all that it takes to get there. That is your first thing. So after you have determined and made up your mind, the place to begin is prerequisites. So for everyone who has not been a nurse before, who has not been to nursing school, who has not gone to the college, to university to be a nurse or anything, you need to do some prerequisites, which are some courses you need to take that will qualify you into getting into the nursing program. These are the courses we call prerequisites. So there are prerequisites that you have to take. Some of the courses, the number of courses depending on the school you want to go to. But to have a full understanding of how the kind of prerequisites you gotta take, the number of courses you gotta take, or how you're gonna walk through it, you have to decide which of the community colleges. Many people begin in community colleges. They go to a community college, do the prerequisite, and then after they're done with the prerequisite, they apply in the nursing. Just before they're done with the prerequisite, they apply to nursing school, and then they can take those courses. Use those courses to get into the actual nursing program. So for this prerequisite, you got to go to the community college. Of course, they're gonna do maybe some placement tests for you to know if you need some math, or you need some English, or you need some fresher or beginner courses, to determine where you are. So you gotta take prerequisites. So when you determine on this, you need to talk to an advisor. Think about the nearest community college. I advise most people, if you want to do it, just go to community college. If you're not going to like a 4-year nursing program that you're just getting right from, from school, but you can just go to a community college and ask them, speak to the program advisor. There's always an advisor on ground that you can talk to, and they will walk you through everything that you have to do. They walk you through the number of courses that you gotta do. They walk you through whether you need a test at the beginning or you don't need a test at the beginning, especially if you're someone who is coming from another country, you're in this country, and you need to like get started with school. They may do a placement test for you to determine the kind of courses that you need even before you get to those prerequisites. And they will tell you how the program works. They will give you flyers, they will give you things that they will help you to understand things that you need to understand. After you have done that, after you've settled in your mind that, I've spoken to the program advisor, they gave me this list of courses, and I've decided I'm going to go for it. After you've decided to do that, the next thing I always advise people to do is to search up schools that they want to go to. You know that, okay, I live in Colombia or somewhere, I live in maybe Texas, and I live in this county, or I live somewhere close to this county. You need to look for schools that are closer to you. You may be community colleges that are closer to you, or even if you want to drive to a long distance, doesn't matter, as long as you find the school that suits your need. So you can look into different schools that have nursing programs. There are different routes into nursing program. You can look into, if you want to do your BSN, you can look into different schools, search up the schools, and look specifically for their requirement of getting into those nursing programs. So now, you can do your nursing program in a community college, an actual community college where you took your prerequisite, or another community college. Or you can do your program somewhere else in an actual university where you can do, you can either do a BSN or you can do a master's, depending on your background. I will get into those details later. But what I'm saying is, you need to look up the university that you want to do your actual nursing program in, and look at their list of requirements for you to get into their BSN nursing program or their nursing program. Look at the requirements, write those requirements down, those courses that they want you to have on your transcript when you begin to apply, or when you apply or send your application to them. So list out those courses, write them out, and then compare those courses to the courses that the advisor from the community college gave to you. Take those courses, compare it to them, and compare the both of them, and see if you have any courses from that university you want to go to that are not on the list of courses that you need to take in the community college. For example, in the community college, they told you you're going to take like 12 courses, A, B, C, D. And then when you get to University X, Y, Z, when you looked on their website and you look for their nursing program, they told you there are requirements for you to get into this program. You need to have statistics, you need to have AP, you need to have this, you have to have that. And you now realize on their requirement, there's a course known as ethics. But on the requirement, on the prerequisite, the list of courses you're going to take in the community college, on the list you were given, all the courses that you were told you're going to take, they don't seem to have ethics there. Then you have to see, if you're really going to go to University XYZ, you need to take that ethics that is not on that community college list. You have to add it to the list of courses you're going to take. You have to select that. The community college is not going to hold it to it to take that course, but you have to take it if you want to get into University XYZ in Texas. If not, if that course, the ethics course, is missing, you will not be able to do or to get into that program in that school. And this is why I'm encouraging you that when you look up your prerequisites, when you go talk to the advisor, you know all the prerequisites, you know all the list of courses you're going to take. Now, search up the school, universities that you want to do your BSN in, and then compare and then look for the requirements, and then you'll be able to add those requirements to most of the time. Many of the requirements are are taken care of, but in some cases some school have some one or two courses that you gotta take, and if you don't take them and you want to get into the school, you may not be able to get into school just because you're missing that course. So that is something important you gotta keep in mind. So these are three great things, 3 points: determination, prerequisite, and your research. Your research is where you search for the university where you want to do your BSN in, or where you want to do your program in, and then you look for the courses. That is the research aspect of this. I hope this has been very helpful for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me in the email below. Feel free to text me, and I will be sure to send you a response. Even if my number is not there, the email is there. Be sure to send me your questions. I will be able to assist you in any way that I can.